playoffs, then Bronny.
Go ahead.
All right. Want to welcome everybody back again to another week of Sports Fan Talk. I am once again your humble host, Big G.
And it's your boy on the move. And Laker Mike, matter of fact, after Saturday night.
Here we go.
Here we
go.
It is, man. The young architect back at it again.
All right. Yes, guys.
Have to get that one in.
We're down one again. Fred the lady, I don't know what's up with her. If she's MIA right now, when we see her, we'll see her. But until that moment, we're gonna keep it rolling. We got we got 4 good topics for you guys tonight. We're gonna lead it off with prime time. Coach Deion Sanders over there at Colorado, man, he got a mass exodus going on, and there seems to be like a 50-50, I don't know, 50-50 prospects on what's going on. A lot of people saying, he's losing players because the players are like, oh, he's too much prime time. He's too much into himself. But then when he talks about it, he's like, he's weeding out all the weak ones and bringing in, according to him, he's weeding out all the puppies and bringing in dogs. So if we keep in score, he's had 46 football players get into the portal since he's got there. And let's see, then no other Power 5 college has had more than 29 players. So he has almost double people leaving than he has coming in. I don't know, man. It's controlled chaos. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Architect, I know you got boots on the ground on this one. What do you think is going on over there?
Oh, yeah. I've been watching this one closely just because, obviously, we all know I'm a big LSU fan, but I'm very, very intrigued by, the excitement of the Pac-12. You know what I mean? So following this, Deion said it when he first came in. He said, most of y'all probably won't be here. And that alluded to, the team being so bad. I think they were 1-11 last year or something like that. He's like, in his eyes, like he said, he bringing in Louis Luggins. And I'm looking at it like this. You bring in first recruit, obviously was his son. You knew his son was going to follow him wherever he went. Who honestly, we could look at to possibly be a Heisman Trophy candidate next season. You bring in Travis Hunter, who again was the number 1 recruit coming out of college. He's bringing in a lot of guys who, like he said, he wants them to have heart. He wants them to be dogs. And sure, when you look at it, 40 plus players leaving a college football program, that's kind of nuts when you look at it. But in the totality of it, I kind of view it as like Deion is sticking by his word. If you don't feel like you got a heart, or you feel like you don't, what I'm saying, you're not gonna make the cut, he said that portal is open. You know what I'm saying? He's not. I don't think he's necessarily forcing anybody to be like, oh, get the hell on. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's like, bro, like he even said it. I'm using that transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing in these 4 stars, 5 stars. Recruits. I just seen something about a top JUCO running back committing. What's that other one? Darmani something he just decommitted from Florida State to go to. Now he's going to Colorado. Like, he's bringing in top guys. He's bringing in that Louis Luggins. So everybody's talking about, oh, he's doing this. He's too prime time. He's been doing this. He was doing it at Jackson, being the same person. He was doing it in high school. He was doing it in the pros. Prime time is prime time. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people fail to realize if you want to succeed, you have to get rid of bad weeds and bad seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day,
you know what?
Like,
it's not to cut you off. It's not even all bad seeds, so to speak. It's just players that he just don't think are at that level that he wants the team to be at.
That too. And I remember
might be good guys, but just not good enough talent.
And I remember seeing. I'm gonna end off on this. I remember seeing. There's this one football player who entered the transfer portal, and he said something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm sorry for all the coaches who can't see my practice film. My coaches won't give it to me." Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're in practice, you're running plays that you're probably going to use on another team, correct? So why, regardless, why in their right mind would a coach, your position coach, athletic director, whoever has power over that, why would they give you practice? Why would they give practice film to another team
No, they don't do that.
when if you're good, they can just go look at your past season highlights. You know what I'm saying? So him trying to basically that was the one incident where I saw like a player kind of trying to badmouth Dion to a certain degree or badmouth his coaching staff because they wouldn't give him practice film. And I was even watching the other various podcasts and they were saying like, and these were pro players, they're like, they don't do that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody's giving out practice film so you can get recruited. Like, you know what I mean?
They don't do that, man.
I think in the totality of it, I think Coach Prime know what he's doing. I think him and his staff, I think they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
We'll see. What's your take on it, Laker Mike?
I saw that and I said, dang, all these people leaving, they're in the transport. I was like, that's all I was reading this thing. I was reading it on the phone. I was in Sacramento yesterday. I went to my, I was out of the way for a minute. And I read that. I was like, damn. Well, I know how, when you come here and coach, you want a certain players to fit, with things that you want to do. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you're not, people going to leave. You're going to have your recruits that you're going to bring in. I think he just want to recruit and bring the people he wants to bring in. Just it's no different than a new general manager coming in with a new coach coming in and a new, and a new staff and they want their players in there. They want you want your type of players in there. And if the players are not those players, some people are going to transfer. Some people are just not going to be there. The pros do it all the time, don't they? Want to clean out. Look at this. I don't want to say nobody, but you know how the Raiders do it. You bring in New England West. You know what I'm saying? Since Las Vegas West. I like what Deion Sanders is doing because he's building something there. He got something there, and I have no problem with the way he's handling it, and because he's going to get more recruits. He's going to get And didn't he take the cornerback, the number one cornerback that he recruited too? Didn't he come there?
Yeah, Travis Hunter. Yeah.
I know he came too. More people are going to come. This is just the first year. He gonna take a couple of sugar lumps this year, maybe, but he'll take 3 or 4. But he ain't gonna be 1-11.
Nah, hell no.
Right,
so
exactly.
His competitiveness and his way he coaches just what he demands out of them players. I got to give it to him, man. I didn't think when he first, because I thought he was just about flash and pizzazz, and it was about him. But he really cares about those kids. And I've seen that from watching his documentary that they have on me and Katrina watched it, right? He really cared about those kids. He was spending money out of his own pocket to help those kids in the program, to help get equipment and stuff. So what he is doing to me, I like it. I ain't got nothing but good to say about him, but I just, when I seen all them people leaving, I was like, damn, wait a minute. I said, why 46? What how many people in the damn transport, portal? I was like, wait a minute. I said, something's going on. I said, is it because of, how, but you know how it is though, man. When people you trying to come in and change the culture, how do you change it?
Yeah, shit. He's an unconventional football player, so why wouldn't he be an unconventional coach? You know what I mean?
Right.
It looks different because you know what I'm saying. If they had 4 players who transferred in the portal after the spring game, transferred out, you know what I mean? The number 1 receiver from Colorado from last year, Lamonius Craig, his name Montana Lamonius Craig, he transferred out, and the leading rusher Deion Smith, he transferred out. So it's just like, I know their fans are probably like up and down, like we don't know, whatever. But I will say this: out of all the players that transferred out, they said only 5 of those players were in the top 2 in the depth chart. So a lot of players, who just wasn't going to cut it. That's the bulk of them. So we'll see, man. He either going to look like a genius or
look like an idiot. Genius, you can only be one or the other.
Yep. We're gonna find out.
I want to add this little tidbit real quick, just because I just pulled it up. So I remember we talked about him bringing in that Louis. People are, I think people are forgetting that you got to have scholarship to bring in that Louis.
Hmm?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it says as of right now, currently only 12 scholarship players from last year remain. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He opening up that bank. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
He giving boys a chance.
Well, we're gonna see. We will see. We're gonna keep it pushing, man. Next subject we got is the Bucks. They fired Budenholzer, Hefferweizen. Nah, Budenholzer.
Hyper
uh,
burger.
yeah, they fired my man after the Bucks had the best regular season record in the NBA this year, but after getting knocked out of the first round by the Heat, the Bucks are deciding to go in a different direction, which is kind of cold because that man's brother died in a car accident right before game one of the series. So it's kind of bad timing there. But maybe the nail in the coffin was Giannis basically putting it out there like they didn't make any adjustments to stop Jimmy Buckets from just tearing their ass up. He averaged 37 a game. So like they say that's the knock on Budenholzers. Even when he was over at the Hawks, they're like in the playoffs, man, the man does not make good adjustments in the second half. So maybe he ran his course. I don't know. What you think about it, Laker Mike?
I thought that was bad. I mean, I said, damn, after he just finished with the best record. I understand about the adjustments thing, okay, but damn, you could have fired him last year then. If
Yeah,
that's the case, he went out
he
in the first.
adjusted their ass to a championship, though. I
That's
know
what
that.
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say that he adjusted them to a championship. You said it before I did. So I think they jumped the gun on that. I think it's wrong. I thought that, I mean, and his brother just, like you said, died in a car accident. I don't think that was good timing. I think they should have. I mean, you can't even blame the coach for not making all these second half adjustments. You players know what y'all on the floor. Y'all know what Jimmy Bucks is doing. Y'all make the adjustments.
Yeah, and didn't Giannis miss? Didn't he miss a game or two?
Yeah, he missed
Yeah,
like 2
and
games.
and then they got to think about he didn't play 2 of the games. Of course, they gonna lose the series. If he had played healthy all them games, yeah, they would have beat Miami Heat. But when he got hurt, that opened up the floodgates and was too late when he did come back. Miami hadn't got that confidence. They already got they swagger up. But to get rid of the coach after that, I don't think that was good. I think that they jumped and they got somebody else they want to hire. When you do that, you already got somebody you're about to hire.
Yeah, Nick Nurse.
Nurse from Toronto.
That's what they say. They say they think Toronto and the Raptors or Toronto and the Bucks just gonna flip flop coaches, man.
Oh, so that's probably what they're doing. And okay, because Nurse is a good coach. So I suppose that's why they did that. You always, Greg, when they do something like that, another coach is already on deck.
Oh yeah.
So, but still, he won a championship there, and didn't he earn anything from that? Any respect for that? Evidently not.
We're gonna find out. There has to be more to this. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, young architect?
I agree with Laker Mike. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this was something that they already had somebody else in mind. I feel like this had to have been like mustering for, I would say even maybe him winning the championship kind of extended his time. You know what I mean? Because this is to me at least, it kind of just happened out of nowhere. You lead your team to a championship, and then on top of that, like the team hasn't really fallen off as far as production.
Yeah.
You still got arguably he helped develop one of the top 5 players in the league. I don't know. I'm not understanding it, and if it is the case where he ended up going to Toronto, then I mean, I don't really know what much else is going to be there because if you look at it, Nick Nurse, since that championship season, Toronto hasn't been great. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of messed up. I was joking to my homeboys earlier in the week when the news broke. I was like, "Oh, look." I was like, look at the new Warriors assistant head coach. Like, you know what I mean? because I think I saw a rumor of Kenny Atkinson possibly going there. So I was like, oh, let me just replace Kenny with Mike. So,
Damn.
but I don't know, man. It sucks. It sucks because I feel like I don't think he should have been fired. I don't see a reason why he should have. Granted, yeah, they lost in the first round, but I mean, shit, that was just Jimmy Butler turning into Jimmy Butler come playoff time. So he's one of them players that he's hard to stop. Um, but I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see going forward. I know he's not going to be out of a job. He'll have a job out next season for sure.
Damn, this a close one coming down. This Phoenix is up
Yeah.
121.
Yeah, I know.
119.
I know,
Phoenix
Greg.
to pull through now.
I hear it over here. I hear all that excitement going on over there.
Like, what the
I need
hell
Phoenix
going
to pull
on?
through now.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I guess next up, man, we're gonna get into these playoffs. I'm definitely gonna let y'all run the lead on this because I'm so fed up with the NBA, man.
I already know. I already know where you're going. So I
I'm
already
just I'm frustrated with it, man. But
That's
Architect,
why
go
I don't
ahead.
like watching it. That's why I don't like watching it, Greg. That's why I watch more college basketball than I watch
Yeah.
NBA.
Yeah, man. I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. But the show must go on, you know what I mean? I'll throw a little something in there. I'll throw a little meat on the grill when y'all
I'm
done. We can talk about
man,
the playoffs as a whole, you know. Go ahead, man.
This little series with Phoenix and Denver, kind of going a little more one-sided than I expected. I kind of expected Kevin Durant to, kind of take over a little bit more. I knew DeAndre Ayton and whoever else was going to be guarding Jokic was going to have a hard time just because, I mean, shit. The man, as much as I may not like him, the man can hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? He very much can hoop. He's a hooper.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, I think this series can go 7. And if it goes 7, I'll probably have to give it to Denver, man. But Celtics and the Sixers, that's another good one. I loaded to what's that boy name? What's the video you just sent me? Eddie Griffin, where they're talking about they want to recreate the Lakers Celtics rivalry. I can see that happening now. We'll see. But Warriors Lakers, I said that from jump. This could go 7 games. It just really depends because, albeit the Warriors, we made it to the second round. We did what we need to do and win on the road in the first round. But we just gotta play more consistent, and them free throws and them reps is just getting out of hand. But I'm not gonna say too much about that. Lastly, man, the Knicks and the Heat, bro. I think the Heat are gonna take that one. I don't think that one per se would go 7. I honestly think that one could go 6. And I take the Heat in that one. I take the Heat in that one. Even if it was to go 7, I'd still take the Heat. I just don't think the Knicks are like there yet. Because I mean, the way Jimmy Butler, like I said earlier, the way Jimmy Butler turns up in the playoffs, man, it's hard for him to be stopped. But we'll see. All in all, man, this second round is looking to be really good. Really interesting, to say the least.
All right. Laker Mike.
Well, let me tell you how I feel about it.
Nice, happy man right now.
I knew we was gonna win that game, but I didn't think we was gonna win by that much. No, really, honestly. No, let me just no. I had my Kobe on yesterday. I went to the comedy show last night. Amongst all y'all Warrior fans, it's about 5 of us Laker fans, and they was booing us when they said we got Laker fans in here. Hand up, everybody start booing.
Yeah.
At the comedy show last night. No, but I'm fed up. What I'm fed up with is why this shit don't make sense to me. I want to get that out the way first. Why everybody's blowing each other out by 20? Do you see what I'm saying? That's not basketball. I'm gonna tell you right now. These referees are controlling these games, and it makes it hard for the other team to, it makes the scores lopsided like that. And I'm like, I know that's about money. I know they want us to go 7. We're going 7. They're making sure it goes 7.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact it's going 7. And both teams are playing good basketball, but why the Warriors play a flawless game one game and they look like shit the next game. The Lakers play a good game this week, and then tomorrow, they're gonna be flat on their face tomorrow. So this is inconsistent basketball to me. It's like y'all telling them that it's your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. You'll fall on my face tonight, fall on your face tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And then in game 7, I'm gonna let y'all play.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And to me, I'm just tired of this. David Stern, God rest his soul, but he had the little soap operas going on and all the, these the soap operas going and all of these, I don't like scripts. We had all these movie scripts cut. I'm kind of tired of that. But there is some good basketball playing. The Knicks and the Heat was a good game yesterday. I watched some of that game. They almost got a little scuffle going on in there at the end, in that third quarter, that little scuffle. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know why I like the Knicks for some reason in that series. If they could get this next game, I like the Knicks. I like that young, hungry. I like seeing Spike running around there. You know what I'm saying? Getting fired up. I kind of. That's one thing that I miss about the Knicks being in the playoffs. Is Spike Lee sitting there acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like the Knicks though. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to see them beat the. Really, even if they don't, but I know one thing: if they tied up 3-3, I'll take the Knicks in that game 7. So I'm just because that's just me. But Boston series, Boston and Philly, I'm taking Philly. I got Philly.
Okay.
Harden looks like the old James Harden, don't he?
He does. I have to give him that. Got to give that man that. That nigga went into that hot tub time machine. He done.
You see what Doc Rivers said?
What he say?
He said he let him go to Vegas like Rodman.
Dang.
They're like Rodman. Yeah, but Mike didn't beat him up.
They didn't have to go chase him down though.
I don't even know if y'all can see my notes, man, but up here you can see it's a bunch of handwriting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's for our second time, a bunch of handwriting.
Damn.
And then for NBA, if you can't read it, it just says bullshit. I can't. It's hard for me to watch this shit, man. I mean, I don't care really right at this point who wins between the Lakers and the Warriors. Of course, I'm a Warriors fan and all that stuff, man. But to me, there's no way you could tell me that a team that is full of professional basketball players that play at the top of their game, you could win by 30 one game and lose by 30 the next. It should never happen, man. It should never happen. Like the only sport, even remote, where that can happen at is boxing, because all it takes is one punch. You know what I'm saying? You can have somebody dominate somebody in one fight, and then in the next fight, the other dude could knock him out if he figure out how to get that one punch in. But in basketball, it should never be that way. We remember back in the day when we would watch it, if the Lakers or Celtics or somebody's making a run, they call that damn timeout. They like, hey, man, they scored 6 in a row. We got to stop this run. And they stop it, and they, the games are closer. But this is where we at, man. This shit is entertainment. And I believe the goal is to figure out how to get each series to 6 games, minimum. And then, like Laker Mike was saying, let them go 7, then they can play. You know what I'm saying? Or even once they get to 6, I believe if a team has a chance to close another one out, they'll probably let them close them, whatever. But it's all, theatrics for me at this point, because I'm expecting the Warriors to win tomorrow. And the Lakers are 3.5-point favorite. They just beat the Warriors by 30 points. And they're a 3.5-point favorite at home. What the hell? That don't even make sense, man. You can't compute that. But it is what it is, man. But on to the other series. I like Miami over the Knicks, man. I think they just had that heart. The Knicks, in certain points of the game, they just look like they can't put it together. And Miami be clamping that defense on them, and it just make them look bad for a cool little 5-minute run. That's when Jimmy get hot and get the rolling. And then Miami seemed to out-tough them towards the end. So I think that may go 6 or 7. But I like the Heat in that one still. And then I still like the Celtics in the other series, even though the 76ers have tied it up. The Celtics still, they remind me of the Warriors in the sense that their turnovers kill them. Like when Jason Tatum is just throwing the ball all over the court, you know what I mean? They tend to lose when they have a lot of turnovers. So all they can not turn the ball over as much. I can see them still rolling. And then, you know, Phoenix is about to tie up this other series right now. Looks like they up 5 like 13 seconds, I believe, something like that. So
Oh, damn. I'm hearing it in the background, but I can't see.
yeah, it's like they'll be 2-2. So, man, I don't know what's up with Denver. Denver is just one of those organizations that even if they have the best team, they'll find a way not to win. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were too deep for Phoenix, but I guess not. You know what I mean?
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Shit, Devin and Durant is hitting today too. But
Yeah.
just think if Durant and Booker both as hot when they're at the same time and Ayton is getting his, that Denver ain't gonna win that series. If them three players are no, and they doing it without Chris Paul, and they doing it without.
But this is the thing: when they go to Denver, they get their ass kicked. They gonna get blown out by 20 in Denver. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Why is all of these games like this? Why? You just got through beating them here. All you come to the next game and play the game.
It's all about the peace, the money. But we'll see. At this point, I have no clue who's going to win the NBA title, man. I don't know who's going to represent the West. I don't know who's going to represent the East. And I have no clue who's going to win it all. You know what I'm saying? We got to see how it shape up.
The team going to win it all is the team who they want to win it all.
Oh, of course. You know, and I think if the Lakers get past the Warriors,
we're going to win it all.
I think it's going to be Lakers Celtics.
Yeah.
I think that's where we headed, man. But we shall see. And last on the agenda, last topic, man. Bronny James signed with USC. You know, he chose USC over Ohio State and Oregon. He's the 26th prospect in the 2023 class. So there we have it. He's there. My opinion of him, I watched him play in McDonald's All-American game, and he looked like he belonged. He wasn't a standout in the game. Like, there are a lot of players better than him, but the boy can shoot. I'll give him that, man. If you leave him open for a three-point shot, man, he was knocking them down. And he got a high basketball IQ. You know what I mean? The biggest issue he have is he's a 6'2" combo guard. You know what I'm saying? He's very he's steady as they come. Like I said, very high basketball IQ, but just don't have the same athletics that, you know, as Pops has. I believe that passed over him, went to his little brother.
Oh, you look at Bryce. Bryce is their problem.
But you know, what do we think of this? Laker Mike, you think he'll be a Laker the year after next?
You know, that's what's going to happen. I mean, he only going to college for 1 year and say, thanks for the exposure. You know, I mean, it's going to happen because LeBron can't play for it ain't going to be no 3 years at that high level. He get too tired right now. So I think his son is good enough. But he may grow a couple of more inches. He should. I mean, you know, maybe he'll be 6'4" by the time he go, you know. And he'll be a shooting guard or something, or point guard, shooting guard or whatever. I think, I mean, I didn't watch a whole bunch of that McDonald's, you know, All-American game. I've seen a little bit of it. I've seen him, man. I've seen some other guys that were better. You know, a couple of them were, but you know, so but he's still good. And he was getting the jump.
His running mate in that game, he committed to USC also, so they're gonna have a good backcourt.
Number one recruit.
Yeah, he's number one.
Oh yeah, so they should be good. But all in all, I think he won't be a starter when he comes to the pros. He will get drafted though. He do Lakers, but I don't know how they gonna. Well, he ain't gonna be enough. Well, damn, then he ain't gonna be a lottery pick if the Lakers get him after this. I mean, maybe and maybe not. I don't know. You know, we gonna have to fall on our face for us to just get him. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't see that happening. I don't know how to, unless they just tell everybody don't pick them. Shit, you got that, don't pick them. You know. So that's my thing about that. I mean, I know LeBron will play with his son, and I think his son is a good basketball player. I just think that I don't know if he's 100% ready, you know,
Yeah.
to make that jump, but he's going to make the jump, anyway, because how they feel about the younger players making the jump versus if a senior make the jump late, then they're gonna say something wrong with him. He didn't develop, so they want the younger ones anyway, They
Yeah.
have time to develop them and get them ready. So that's the intriguing thing. His ceiling might be higher. He may have a high ceiling. He might not. He ain't fully reached his potential yet. So that would be something that teams will take into consideration to draft him. So he will get drafted to wherever he's there. But his dad said wherever he get drafted to, LeBron said that's where he's gonna go. If the Lakers don't draft him, LeBron got that free reign to leave the Lakers and go wherever his son is.
Yeah, that's true too.
So that right there itself, somebody might be a smart aleck and draft him, and
Yeah. Well, we have to see what happens with that. Architect, I know you followed that too, very closely.
Kudos to him. Big upside, or not big upside, but big congratulations, because as far as we know, he's the first one in his family to go to college. Obviously his dad didn't have to go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? His mom didn't go. I think he's kind of setting the tone for his younger siblings. Like, yeah, like he could have chose to go play overseas, anything else, whatever. But he chose to go to college, whatever. He chose to go in the hood. It was crazy. He wanted to go smack dab in the hood because USC. Once you walk out them gates,
outside of the hood, right up the door.
Once you walk out them gates, it's over with. But I think it was smart for him to go to USC. Obviously, not a big transition since he's going to Sierra Canyon. He gets to play with the number one recruit going into the 2023 class. And on top of that, it allows Bron, to see his son play a little bit more, which is always cool. I'm sure, he loves that. But I think, I feel like he doesn't necessarily, obviously, he's definitely going to come out after 1 year. That's just the thing now. He's coming out after 1 year, and it's just going to be crazy because whoever picks him up, like obviously, like Mike said, you're going to have this kind of like a package deal. But LeBron is going to turn 40 in the middle of Bronny's rookie season. Like not even in the middle, like towards the
if he's one and done. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm sure he will be though.
We all speculate he will be. He may be, but shit, will he be ready for the league after 1 year?
I don't think. Honestly, I don't even know, and honestly, I don't even think it would matter because at the end of the day, teams are going to want to pick him because they're getting LeBron.
Yeah,
and just how ironic would it be if Cleveland just so happened to get the number one pick or a top 10 pick? You know what I mean? Not the number, like a top 10 pick,
top 10 pick though. I mean, at the level he's at now.
So as of right now, they haven't projected to go top 10. As of right now,
you go to Cleveland, trying to be right back.
He's right now. He's what 18. He's 6'2", 180 combo guard. If you look at it right now, if you look at it, another like 6'2", 6'3" combo guard, you're looking at like a Darius Garland. You know what I mean? One of those type of guys. I'm not saying he's on that level yet, but you see what Darius Garland has become. You look at it, Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell can jump out of the gym, all that, but still, you have those types of players who can get in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, I think I don't know. I think he kind of has a somewhat of a. I feel like he has a chip on his shoulder because at the end of the day, everybody's like, "Oh, you're LeBron's son, and you're not doing this, this, and this." But people are neglecting to the fact that he still is a four-star recruit. He's a top. He's a number 5 point guard in his class, albeit he's 23 in the class of 2023 or something like that. Like he's not a bad. I think people are trying to write him off like he's a bad player. He's not a bad player. He's just not his daddy. But no one, not even Bryce, is going to be his dad. Like nobody's going to be LeBron James. So if you look at it just from the sample size that you have of him being Bronny and him being the player that he is, like you alluded to, the high basketball IQ. He can shoot the lights out when, like, you know what I'm saying? And he can also dish the ball around. I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be decent and around the right people, especially with the right coach. Hopefully USC can develop him well enough to where he can, you know what I'm saying, get a little bit more recognition, have his game become a little bit more full, you know, get a little better on the defensive side. You know, if I was Bronny and on him, I'd be like, focus on defense. Obviously, the offensive side, you're good.
Yeah.
We can work on that, but focus on defense because at the end of the day, if you can play lockdown defense, you're gonna make it to the league, regardless.
True. Very
Yeah,
true.
but you know, I don't know. I think he going though. But you know what we didn't talk about?
Mm.
Well, we'll wait. Go ahead, G. It's your turn, right?
Nah, I already went.
Oh, you already went. Or what I meant to tell you. I mean, we ain't talk about a little more baseball. I know we don't all watch it all the time.
You
But
want to talk about old Mr. Kuiper?
Oh, no, I
Kuiper?
want to talk about Mel.
No, I don't want to talk about him.
Yes, we do. We gonna at least mention that, man.
Mel Kiper?
Did you see what happened?
Mel Kiper?
Yeah,
Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. I didn't see
or some shit.
what happened.
bruh. Yesterday on the game on live TV, this man was like, "Yes, me and my partner yesterday they played the Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals here in Kansas City. You know they got the Negro League Hall of Fame there. So this fool was like, yes, me and my partner, we went to go to the Nigger League Hall of Fame. I was like, what did he just say?
What?
Yeah, he said with the ER, the hard ER, man.
Did he? I know he caught flack for that.
They suspended him, but I'm like, to me,
you got to enlighten me on that. I didn't hear that one.
bro, I'll send it to you. But to me, that's fireable. You know what I mean? I'm like,
we'd have been fired.
That's not suspension, man. That's
fired.
fired. I'm like, because he too old to say he don't know the difference. You know what I mean? He older than us, bro. He can't say I didn't know saying that word was bad. Come on, man.
He ain't said nigger.
Yeah. He said, bruh, it's clear as day. There's no mistaking.
I just seen the video. He said Nigger League Museum.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I was like,
crazy.
It's so you know what he is.
Yeah, because it came out so easy. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, man.
So what did he say? He said it on accident.
Of course, I apologize. I mispronounced it. I'm like, all right.
How do you mispronounce it when everybody knows?
Mispronounce that shit, bro.
Like, how do you mispronounce that when it's always?
How many years has he been doing this? He ain't do that shit on accident. Negro, that's like Howard Cosell. Look at that little monkey, right?
Monkey, yo, when Alvin Garrett didn't hear me
like,
say
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bro, you don't say that shit on accident,
Howard, you said it. I don't know. Remember that, Greg? He was playing Jefferson. Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So
like,
you can't say that, though, man. That's that, and then that's cold. But then when you talk about the Yankees are depleted right now, though. Man, they was depleted with Judge, Stanton Carlos, what's the other boy that played for the A's? You know who I'm talking about. What's old boy name that played for the A's?
Not Chris Davis.
Donaldson.
Donaldson.
He was hurt. I mean, the Yankees got a lot of people hurt right now. They got like 4 people out of the lineup, so you kind of expect them not to step them to slip a little bit right now, because I picked them for the World Series. So I'm like, wait a minute, y'all better get on.
Yeah, boy, it's them other. Remember, I was saying, watch out for Baltimore. They gonna be they in the East putting in work. Then you got Toronto's good over there too.
Devil Rays. Work.
Woo!
They the ones that putting in the work. They whooping everybody. Yeah. I remember I told you, I said, watch out for the Devil Rays.
Yep. Because Yankees would be lucky to finish in the top 3.
Well, the Yankees are gonna get it back together, so I'm not gonna count them out. But I still say the Houston Astros has really been the best team in the American League the last 5 years. Really, you want to be technical. They have been the best team. and they still good. I don't know. No matter how many people leave, doesn't matter. They still good. I don't care about the stealing the sign for that one World Series, whatever they said. They was
He was like, "Hey, my chest don't
like, they was giving a sign, you know. So whatever. I still think that you know, yeah, that's crazy. But then you hear that thing about Rodman being broke.
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, you didn't hear that on the TV about the lady who was managing his money and took that food to the cleaners. Gregory, that food is broke. You ain't doing it on TV and said he is dead broke. That's
Damn.
not,
man.
you gotta watch who handles your money. He ain't had Bill Cosby money where the lady was taking like 5 million out of 900 million or 800 million. He didn't really miss that for 5 million, but he got caught it. Rodman ain't catching nothing. He just spending money. He ain't paying attention. Man is broke, Gregory.
Hey man, it's
Hey, y'all
crazy.
seen that?
No matter how many examples they put out there about people swindling people for their money on it, it just keeps on happening.
It's gonna keep
They
happening.
keep doing it though because they don't pay attention to the money, Greg. They just spending and not paying attention. You gotta at some point you need to look at your account and see what you know. You have to.
Man.
You can't just
you see
trust,
that,
Gregory. That's called trusting someone.
Yeah, it's hard to trust people. You seen that thing where I guess the ESPN executive said Mel Kiper Jr. should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
What?
For what? For making some picks that me and you, for making some picks that we can make? All we gotta do is go and look at some damn film.
And he don't even be
most of his
good
picks be off anyway.
I would say they be bad anyways.
That's what I'm saying. So
this podcast I was watching called Raw Room with Darren Bates. He used to be a football player. He used to be a football player. He's basically saying, he's like, bro, like this gotta stop. Like he's like, if that's the case, like he was joking around. He's like, if that's the case, can we make trades? Because they talking about putting Mel Kiper in there, and Devin Hester's still not in the damn Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
some bullshit.
Come on, bro.
Like, he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. It's time. We got a punter in the Hall of Fame. You mean to tell me that's a special teams player? I mean, you know, he still considered special team. You punting the ball. Ray Guy is only punter in there, and I give him credit. I know why he's in there. He was the best punter probably they ever seen. I'm pretty sure Ray Guy was the best punter that ever played that ever punted a football. You know what I'm saying? Not just because he's from the Raiders, but
before I forget, we got to throw out a rest in peace to Vita Blue, man.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that too. Yeah, I've seen that movie. He was only 73.
I know.
But he was raw. Vita Blue was a great baseball player, a great pitcher. I remember that when he played for the A's. Now he played for the A's and the Giants, but his real heyday was with the A's.
Yep.
So I know that. But shoot, the only other news that I know that's not good news, and is he in the social media with it or whatever he's doing, is Josh Jacobs. Talking about he ain't been in Vegas for months. You know, I'm like, they got to pay him. I mean, I'm not trying to bring it up because my team. I'm just saying it was fair. What's fair is fair.
It's okay though.
No, but what's real is real, Gregory. I mean, you got to pay him. I mean, he earned that right. 3 out of the last 4 years, he's been over 1,000 yards. You got rid of Waller. There's some money. The money is there, so you might as well pay him. I mean, because if you don't pay him, and this man finna hold out on us, and we can't have that.
I think y'all got that. Not only did y'all bring the Patriots east to the west, I think y'all brought the wallet too, man. You know, Patriots don't like spending money on nobody.
They don't spend no damn money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you can't. This is not the Raider way. That might be the Patriot way. But remember, this is the Raider way. Is Al Davis may have overpaid a few players, but I could give him this. He overpaid a lot of players that came in here and stuff.
Josh Jacobs gonna be wearing that damn star on his helmet.
Well, he ain't gonna wear no star on his helmet. He gonna keep
Jerry gonna brown paper bag.
No, he gonna keep that flag. He gonna keep that pirate on his helmet with sword.
Josh, you know, I can only pay you this much on the book.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs ain't gonna wear it. They gonna pay him, but McDaniels, the running back is so devalued. It's a shame. But Zeke got paid, and maybe he messed it up a little bit for everybody. But Dallas overworked.
They blame that on Zeke, man.
No, you
Todd
can't
Gurley's
blame
the
it on
one who
Zeke.
fucked it up for running backs, man.
Todd
Yeah,
Gurley
Todd-
got paid and got
That's what I'm saying. Todd Gurley, after
got
he got
paid the
paid, he
year
got
after.
goes too,
But
man.
Greg,
the
but
year
it's a
after,
product.
bro.
It's a product of of them overworking the running back and then spitting them out. Because Zeke, to his credit, when he was good he's at the top of his game, he was great. They overworked him, and I told you that. I said too many carries, too
Yep.
many carries. We can't, and that's what's messing the running back game up. So that's why they don't want to pay him, because they figure in 3 years their legs gonna be dead.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But Josh Jacob, this is 4th year. I mean, he had 4 years. His legs are still relatively fresh. So I think if you give him a 4-year contract, at least 3 of them years, his legs won't be dead.
Yeah, he'll be straight, even for the 4th, maybe.
Hey,
Moving
I think
that before we go into Raider Talk 2010, we're
Oh, no,
gonna
we're not
wrap
gonna
the
do that no
show
more.
up right about now. All right. We're gonna let everybody sign off. Go ahead.
It's your boy, Laker Mike, Raider Mike. And thanks everybody for watching and listening. And that's what I gotta say.
You know what I'm saying? It's the Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week.
This is Big G signing off once again, and we shall see y'all next week. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.